Hey everybody, you join me on a blustery, cold but sunny day. I still have the Triumph Tiger 900, obviously, because I have this till next year. It's on loan from Triumph, just for me to make videos on, basically. I have got to go to the dentist. Now, going to the dentist is a very everyday task, but if you have a motorcycle, you can make it more interesting. So I'm going to ride into Portsmouth, and I'm going to get a ferry. It's quite choppy out there, that's going to be interesting. Yes, I'm going to take this on a boat. I should do some slow control. Do I actually have time to be doing this? I should probably get going. Yeah, time to get going. Whoa, it is very windy, but I'll tell you something, this bike does not feel like it's being affected by it. Just ploughing on through. This is the only time I love cruise control because I cannot speed. I did some more work on the XJ6 yesterday, but as it turns out, what normally I like to have like one day of filming to make one video, but sadly that doesn't really happen when you get to the menial tasks, since then it's like 2-3 days to get enough stuff together to make an interesting video. I'm not just going to fill it with me cleaning the same things. I should probably explain why I'm taking a ferry. Portsmouth is an island, and I need to go to Gosport, which is on the other side of that island. Now the thing is, if I was to drive around, it will take me probably half an hour. It's a 4-minute trip on a little ferry across, and it just so happens that my dentist is within about 2 miles of the ferry port, so it's vastly more time efficient to go on the ferry. Ed, look at that! That's a big jib! This is what I love about my Patreon Discord. You really get to know people, and just seeing cranes like this, I'm just thinking about as a follower of mine called Ed. Well, I mean Edward, I'm going to call him Ed. Eddie, I don't know what you go by. He's a crane operator, so there's always discussions on there about, oh, what you're lifting today. It's brilliant. Oh, also I should mention this. You may notice that sometimes I use the quick shifter on this and sometimes I don't. In the first video I didn't use it because I forgot I even had one. I just generally prefer using the gears. So I am aware this has got a quick shifter and you will see me snatch the odd quick shift. But I may also use the clutch just because, you know, I prefer it. Well, I have officially managed to get here 40 minutes early. And I allowed for traffic and stuff, but basically none of it happened. And I need to just walk up there, I believe. This is some of old Portsmouth. Like, it's weird because you get like really old stuff like this that you can tell is really old, and then you got the ultra modern stuff next to it. Oh, well, as I say, I've got like half an hour to kill here before I need to head over there, and that's still with leaving myself some time. I don't like being late for things. It's something I've always been quite what's it say? Car park closed. Oh no, I wanted to have a look because they're doing the dredging stuff. Maybe we'll wander that way. Can we wander that way? Where can we park? Let's park over there. Yeah, let's do that. I can never work out whether fun fairs in winter are sad or creepy. It's just this whole thing of entertainment all made for all these people. The people are supposed to be here, but there's such an obvious absence of people. That is a big frigging Santa. Jesus. I think my trips to the dentist are more fun than yours. I know how to turn the most menial task into a motorcycle adventure. Look, this is what I liked. I'm like, no, you cannot come near, but you can have a window to see what's going on. There's a dredger, which is pumping shingle onto the beach that it's picked up out at sea. They're putting piles in along piles in poles. They're long steel things that get pile driven down into the mud that create an edge, and they all interlock, and then the concrete stuff. They're the piles. And someone in a crane. Is this video just for Ed? I thought that was a helicopter, and then I've just realised it's the pile driver, because it's like ultrasonic. It's like... The old ones, I remember when I was young, were just big hammers, basically, and they were just like, bang, bang, and it would just shake the ground like an earthquake. But I think this, like, sonic version is much more effective, because, I don't know, I'm going to put a pure guess here as to why it changed, but I do know that if you vibrate the ground, you cause liquefaction. So you cause water to come out of it, and that turns it into like a slurry. So I think by vibrating it down, it basically melts its way through by causing water to form around it, softening that piece of ground. But then as soon as obviously everything settles down, the water goes back to normal and grabs hold of it. That is my guess. It's a wimpy, Jesus. You don't see many of them. See, now that is quintessential English. Have a picture of a burger, which is just horrible. See? The American way. Much nicer looking. I'm not saying I prefer McDonald's, it probably tastes much better from the other place. I'm just saying there's a thing about cafes in the UK. They take pictures with, like, probably their smartphone and a flash, and it just makes food look horrible, and then they cut it out in Photoshop, probably paint, and shove it on a menu like, do you want that? No. 33 of the 19 were taken or destroyed by Lord Nelson. Starlings having a bath. Is that a bicycle pump? See, Portsmouth Council, I have to say this, they do some things that I think are like, alright, do you know what, fair enough. They have, well, I know it's not the council, but Gunwharf's got some of the best motorcycle parking ever. This thing has got lockable bits to lock your bikes up on, and an air pump for your tyres. Fair play. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Okay, well, I just spent a little while walking around, filmed a Patreon exclusive video. I do those occasionally, you know, just chatting about subjects, sometimes a bit more sort of nerdy or a bit more in detail with stuff, because people don't get so offended by that on my Patreon. They're just like, alright, that's alright, this one's not quite for me. Whereas on YouTube, it's quite a different thing. Who is going to get me? Because there is, like, so much stuff going on there. So now I'm heading over to the ferry port. I'm going a bit early because I don't actually know where it is exactly, and I know I have to push this bike a little way and get my ticket and all that. Go eat, go safe, go local. Go outside, don't go outside. Go and eat with other people, don't go and eat with other people. Honestly, 20-mile-an-hour speed limits have got to be the most ridiculous thing. I mean, I get it, it's for safety and all that, but 20 miles an hour is excessive. I mean, sure, maybe 60 years ago, 50 years ago, when everyone had drum brakes, and so my belief is that I need to pull across here, up on the pavement, and walk up there. Oh, it's great and all taking a bike on the ferry, but this is one hell of a bike to have to push. At least this bit's downhill. Oh, is that where I get a ticket? Right, okay. Alright, let's get a ticket, shall we? Okay, I got my tickets. £3.80 for me, return, I believe. And the motorcycle, £1.80, return. Even though it's bigger and heavier than I am. That's kind of cool. Beneath the bridge. That return?
They're all returns, mate. There you go, mate.
Thank you. Where do I need to go? Just anywhere?
Anywhere up there, mate, yeah.
Alright. I'm not paranoid about the bike or anything. I've got it on the centre stand with the side stand down, and I'm standing on this side, so there is physically no way it can go anywhere other than over me. There's the Isle of Wight ferry over there. That's a big one. I've been on that one a couple of times. Now I've been on this sort of medium-sized one, and I've been on the island one, which is tiny. Whoa. Okay, that's disconcerting. I went there thinking I had a cracked tooth. I don't have a cracked tooth. The tooth's fine. It's just got a slightly strange shape to it. I do need a filling at the back, and that's basically it. Okay. Well, there's me paranoid. My tooth's going to fall in half, and I'm starting to wonder if this sat-nav knows where I'm going, because it's just said this is San Diego Road. This ain't San Diego, love. I'm pretty sure of that. Even the Tesco's Express looks worn down and old. Well, it says no entry, but you're also not supposed to drive on pavement, so, you know. Oh. Hello, mate. Oh, yeah, they're done. You need to keep them. Thank you. That's right. Oh, I'm on the flat now. It'd be nice if I could just can't be trusted to ride a bike though, can you? It's not it close enough. Oh! Freedom! Freedom! Okay, well, I actually think this was a mighty fine test of this bike, because it doesn't feel that heavy when you're riding it, and it doesn't feel too heavy when you're just, pushing it a couple of feet. That was just a slight incline. I'm not a small guy, and I'm not weak. That was an ordeal. And that's the thing I don't get about these adventure bikes. They're made to be big adventures, on a giant adventure, as long as you don't drop it. I mean, I get it, a small light bike that's easy to pick up can't do what this can do long distance. It's just, you get one over the other. Oh, man. Whew. Heated grips on, heated seat on. I'm going to cook my hands and cook my ass, but I will be warm. Well, no one ever goes that way. They're all going that way. Bizarre. They know something I don't. When I got on the ferry the second time, the guy's like, "It's a big bike. You could have just ridden it around." Yeah, but rather than doing a couple of miles of this, I would have been doing loads more. And look at it. I would not want to do this all the way back from Fareham. My ass is on fire. For the first time in my life, I can say I've got a hot ass. On a motorcycle, you can turn any trip into an adventure, whether that be a trip to the shops, a trip to the dentist, a trip for absolutely no reason at all. And that's the thing about bikes that makes them fun. The most boring thing with a bit of effort can be more fun. And you might be like, but you were just riding, and then you got on a ferry, and then you rode again. It was no different. But I feel like I've had a fun day, and that's the whole point of it. I feel happy and chipper. Also finding out that I don't have a cracked tooth also helps. If you enjoyed this video, whatever it was, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new here. I'm all the way to 100k, and I really appreciate the support trying to get there. And also, if you'd like to help this channel, please join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get videos early, part of the Q&A, all sorts of other little bits and piece benefits. Member of the Discord server, which I think is probably worth a buck alone as it is. Forget my stuff, the people on there will keep you entertained all day. Anyway, until the next one, bye bye.